Good grind schoolers, it's your boy Rob and we back in the shop today. So today I'm gonna just specifically talk about the Impala. I know a lot of you guys for one are here for the Impala. For two, I know a lot of you guys want to see the Impala. And for three, I know a lot of you guys are wondering what's going on with the Impala. So I'm going to talk about the Impala a little bit. Plans have kind of changed for the car. I know I wanted to keep it LT1, but I don't think the LT1 is going to be feasible for me to do or make sense for me to do. And I'll tell you guys why in a second. I did get something for the Impala that I'll show you guys in this video. I'm not going to install it just yet, but I think it'll be a nice addition for the Impala. But yeah, I'm eager to get back to work on my Impala. I wrapped up the Monte Carlo. You guys saw that. There still is a few things that I got to do, cut and buff and all that kind of stuff, and get the motor and transmission, all that kind of stuff in the car. But after the motor and transmission's in the car and the motor is off of the stand, my goal is to start working on the Impala. Now, my goal is to get the Monte Carlo running and driving first before I step into another project. But I do plan on starting to get to this Impala. I do want to do it as my winter project because I do want to drive both SS's for the summertime. And you guys know the Impala has come such a long way and it doesn't have that much further to go, but it does have that dilemma with the motor situation. So I'm going to flip the camera around. We've changed course again, but you know, it just is what it is, man. Things change, plans change, and it just is what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around. Before we jump to the video, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, let's get to it. All right, y'all. So, man, I am over it with this car, man. I'm a little bit, I'm eager to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we got so much other things to do. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of y'all say, focus on one thing at a time, obviously. And I've explained why I jump back and forth between certain things. I'm not going to go back over that, but I do have plans for the Impala to get back to the Impala because I definitely want this car out and about. My plans to keep the LT1 have changed. And the reason I went back and forth, and I know a lot of you guys said, yo, keep the LT1, keep the LT1. I know I jumped out the window and said that, the sledgehammer would be a great idea to go with. However, it doesn't really make sense to try to do that. You know what I'm saying? For one, the LT1 will have to be rebuilt. For two, it's super expensive compared to doing another option. Which, stay tuned for that. We are going to go a different route. And then I've been playing with carts and everything, putting parts in the cart, taking them out, weighing other options, looking for crate motors, looking for motors from, marketplace, thinking about, the junkyard thing and all that kind of stuff. Realistically, I don't want to put a junkyard motor in here, so we're not going to do that. So that's one thing. Now, if I get another project, that might be the case. And I know they're all iron 6.0 blocks. It's all the same thing, whatever. It doesn't really matter, especially if you get it rebuilt, because I would get it rebuilt and all that kind of stuff. Now, if you talk about buying something from Marketplace, $500 to $1,000 just for the motor itself, don't know if it's going to be good or not. And then you have to send it to the machine shop. So off top, that's going to be $2,500 to take it to the machine shop, and then another $2,500 for the rotating assembly to do new pistons and all that other extra stuff. So off top, you're talking about $6,000 for a junkyard motor, and we're not even talking about, or not even a junkyard motor, but a marketplace motor or junkyard motor. It's the same thing. And the reason why I don't want to take a motor just out of any old thing and just throw it in here is because, first of all, the Impala, I want to be my daily, you know what I'm saying? It needs to be reliable. It needs to be something that I can get in and not have to worry about. So that was one of the factors of deciding what I want to do in the direction I want to move in. Number two, I want the car to be fast. You know what I'm saying? The car is, it's a boat, but who doesn't want a lot of power? Like, You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can cruise, whatever. But realistically, you know, I have kind of like a racing heritage or background a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of grew up on, you know what I'm saying, racing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not into like the slow mo. I don't drive slow. I don't do, you know what I'm saying, like the slow cars and stuff like that. I don't like slow cars. And yeah, you know, the LT1 can be beefed up. It can be a little bit faster, but realistically, it's not really fast enough. I'm not chasing like, you know, supercar fast or nothing like that, but I do want a lot of pep in the step with this Impala. I know a lot of people say, yo, you don't need to be as fast as this and that and the third. If that's your preference, that's cool. But with my car, like, you know what I'm saying, especially putting bigger wheels on it, it's gonna have to have the power to match. So with all that said, like I said, uh I've been playing around with some ideas, and I'm not gonna spill the beans yet, but I think I know exactly the direction that I'm gonna go. Now, back in the day, I always wanted an LS7 Impala. That was my idea of top tier Impala. Now, LS7s that have been discontinued, and also LS7s are a lot harder to come by than the rest of the LS family. Like I said, I would do a 6.0, but I don't want a 6.0 truck motor in this car. Technically, like I said, they're all the same, but realistically, I don't want that. So you can kind of guess what direction I'm trying to go into. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll just have to see if we can get it. But I am trying to get this car on the road, guys. I know it's been a long time coming. I know I've been up and down with this car. But after a lot of investigation, a lot of research and all that kind of stuff, it really is not feasible to really do the LT1, because I'm gonna have to take it out. It's gonna sit here. I don't want a motor sitting here. I want to be able to take the LT1 out, drop another one in, and we're good to go. Also, with the LT1, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do heads, cam, all that kind of stuff, board to a 383 and all that kind of stuff. And the car is still gonna have, you know what I'm saying, 500, 400 or 500 horsepower, which is plenty. Don't get me wrong, it's plenty. But the amount of money that it's gonna take to do that, again, it just doesn't, like, I can't really make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't make it make sense. Now, obviously, to do another option, it would probably be about the same, but the reliability, the newness of the motor, you know what I'm saying, the flexibility when we're talking about tuning and all that kind of stuff is greater than, you know, what a LT1 would be. And, you know, it just is what it is, newer technology. So I haven't 100% decided yet. I'm like 98% sure the direction we're going to go in, but I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. You know what I'm saying? Cut the car on for a second, because, you know, it's down bad, y'all. It's down bad, sitting here off in the corner, getting dusty and stuff like that. But we are actively trying to get back to it. This is my wintertime project, my wintertime grind. But I did actually, I want to cut you on because we did receive something from my neighbor, and I think it's gonna be a nice addition. So this is the Alpine, you know what I'm saying, ILX or whatever. I think it's 9-inch or 12-inch, something like that. Disc player, you know what I'm saying. I wanted to keep the original dash there. I know a lot of guys, you know, move the AC controllers down and then put the whole cutout there. And I originally didn't want to go with this style at first, but I think this fits the car a lot better. And I think it has backup camera and all that kind of stuff, which I definitely need for this car. But we are going to start bringing parts into the garage to start getting this done, because the car is already done. It has everything that it needs, minus now the motor. Like, the motor done went, you know, kaput on me. So you know what I'm saying, but everything else is done. I've already done everything for the car. The interior is good, everything's good. We're gonna get the subwoofers and all that. I've already done the interior speakers, and like I said, minus the motor, like the paint and everything is good. It needs to be repainted, but for now it'll rock. Like, I don't care about, you know, trying to go back and tear the car back down and doing all that other extra stuff. I just want to ride the car. So like I said, I'm gonna start trying to trickle parts in, start thinking about fuel pump. I already did the fuel pump, but we're gonna have to redo the fuel pump, because the amount of power that I'm putting into the car, this fuel pump that I put in there, AC Delco, is not gonna fly. So we are going to start tearing into this car after the Monte Carlo is 100% done. I'm not there 100% yet, but once we get there, once we get this done, get that motor into the car, transmission into the car, I'll be tearing this one down, whether this one's running or not. Realistically, the only reason why I haven't done it yet is because that motor is on the engine stand, and I don't want like this whole space just, to where I can't even turn around in the garage. So that's the reason why this one's on ice. But as soon as we get the motor and transmission into this car, I'm tearing this one apart. So stay tuned for that. I do have my direction, and like I said, I'm not gonna spill the beans yet until I'm ready to actually pull the trigger. But you guys will start to see things start to happen with the Impala. And again, my neighbor blessed me with this CD player. I was gonna put it in the Monte Carlo, but I don't like that style for the Monte Carlo. It suits this car a lot better and the luxurious feel of the car. So I will be putting this motor and transmission probably up for sale. I don't know when. The motor and transmission are good. The motor, something inside the motor needs to be done though. I don't know if it needs new rings. I don't know if it needs a new fuel pump. I mean, not fuel pump, oil pump. But something needs to be done inside the motor. But I'm 100% sure that the motor is not like, there's no catastrophic failure or anything inside of there. It's just, for whatever reason, the oil pressure is like running low. And I could tear it apart, inspect it, probably put it back together, but I want more power in this car. Like, I've been seeing Impalas that, hit the gas and, the car sits up and the tires spin and you don't even have to hit no brake. That's what I want. Like, I'm not trying to be hitting no brake. Trying to hit the gas, wheel spin, and we out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of vision I see for my Impala. But I'm super eager to get back to this car. I'm like, I keep seeing Impalas and, not even just online, but in out and about, when I'm driving. I saw one last night, matter of fact, driving down the highway about 11 o'clock at night. And I'm just like, man, dreaming of the days that I could ride mine. But regardless of the situation, I'm going to bust my ass to get back to this Impala. And no matter what, this is going to get done, hopefully over the winter time. And if it gets done in the wintertime, I'm going to drive the car, period. Like, I don't care if it's, wintertime or not. I'm not waiting for the summer. I'm hopping in my car and I'm riding. Also, too, this car needs to be done because I'm not really trying to get another car, but I need a car that I can hop in and drive. Like, my truck is not always feasible to drive all the time. The wife has her car, but I want my car. Like, Like, I was downtown last night and, my truck was not an option to really be driving downtown at nighttime to try to park it and do whatever I was doing last night. I want to be in something fresh. Date nights, all that. That's what I envision for the car, and we gonna get to it, So I just wanted to show the car on camera for a second, man, and yeah, like, just, show y'all the state of the car, or bring y'all an update and kind of show y'all what we got in, and, we gonna go from there. Also, like I said, my neighbor gave me that. I still gotta, like, or I still gotta toss him some bread or whatever, but he had it and he was like, hey, bro, it's yours if you want it. So, here it is. Like, I wasn't ready to pull the trigger on the radio or nothing, but he was like, here, bro, like, it's yours. Like, I don't care. I ain't taking no for answer. It's yours. I know you got what you got going on in here, and I, want everything to be top level for you. I don't need it. It's yours. I don't want to deal with nobody else. When you need it, or when you get to it, whatever. So that's love, and I appreciate that. So anyway, shout out to Rudy for, blessing me with that. And, we're going to keep it funky, man. Like I said, I just come out here and I look at my car, even when I'm not on camera, and I'm just like, every time I open the garage door, I look at it like, man, I need to be in it. Even more than my Elko as of lately, because I've already had fun in my Elko. Like, my Elko is whatever. That's the one I've been driving. But the Impala, I haven't really been driving like that. Haven't ever driven it like that. So, yeah, like I said, man, we going to get to it. And we're going to do the best that we can to, really get the car done and together the way it needs to be together. So, anyways, man, yeah, I just wanted to bring y'all on for a little update. I know it's super dusty. I know it's sad, but we gonna get there. Y'all, I know it wasn't much to this video, but I did want to just get the Impala on camera for just a second and show you guys what I did pick up for the Impala, or what my neighbor brought me for the Impala. And that kind of has me a little bit more motivated as well, because, you know, like I keep thinking and envisioning in my head, like, yo, me riding in the Impala on foes with the, you know what I'm saying, like the CD player that, you know, that I'm putting in the car, or, you know what I'm saying, double din, whatever you want to call it, that I'm putting in the car, rather than just that little single din deck, with the Apple CarPlay and the navigation and all that kind of stuff. Just upgraded tech, just like any newer car would have, and just sliding in my Impala every single day with the new motor in it, running reliably, everything good, everything solid. I can go from, you know what I'm saying, coast to coast and back and not even, you know, break a sweat. So that's the goal with the car. Like I said, everything with the car is good. There ain't nothing wrong with the car besides the motor, and the motor obviously is going to come out one way or the other. And then after that, we should be good with this car, man. So that's the goal. I'm not planning on taking a lot of time. Like, as soon as I can get done with this Monte Carlo, you guys have seen me working to try to get this Monte Carlo done. And we're almost to the finish line. We just got a couple of more things that need to happen before we can put everything back together and try to start getting this thing running. It's just going to take hands on the car in order to get that done. But once that's done and this thing can be mobile and move, then I am looking to try to get the Impala running and driving, because one of these cars has to move in order for me to do what I want to do with the Impala. And I say that because I need the space. So right now, with none of these cars running and driving, I mean, the Elko runs and drives, it always runs and drives. It just has the transmission issue, the crack in the transmission. I could put transmission fluid in it and drive it and do whatever I got to do. If I needed to do that, it would just leak out and it would just be a waste of money. The Impala moves, same thing, just with the oil. I can turn it on, start it, run it, drive it. It just with the oil. And so anyways, I just, you know, yeah, like I said, so that leaves the Monte Carlo, which would be the freshest car in here as far as reliability and everything else. As soon as it's done, and once it's done, then we can go ahead and get it running, and, you know, it will be able to be moved. So anyways, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. It wasn't too much. Not really much I can do. Not really much I can show. The car is immobile right now, and it just is what it is. But I did want to update y'all and bring y'all along for the next start of the journey for the Impala. So anyways, man, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and always remember, work hard so you can live free.